I was just an only child of the universe, and then I found you, and then I found you. You are the sun, and I am just the planets spinning around you, spinning around you. You are too good to be true, gold-plated, but what's inside you? But what's inside you? I know this whole city thinks it needs you, but not as much as I do, as much as I do. Yeah. 'Cause you're the last of a dying breed. Write our names in the wet concrete. I wonder if the therapist knows everything about me. I'm here in search of your glory. There's been a million before me that ultra kind of love you, never walk away from. You're just the last of the real ones. 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 I am a collapsing star with tunnel vision, but only for you, but only for you. My head is stripped, just like a screw that's been tightened too many times. When I think of you, when I think of you, I will shield you from the waves. If they find you, I will protect you. I will protect you. Just tell me, tell me, tell me, I am the only one, even if it's not true, even if it's not true. Yeah. 'Cause you're the last of a dying breed. Write our names in the wet concrete. I wonder if the therapist knows everything about me. I'm here in search of your glory. There's been a million before me that ultra kind of love you, never walk away from. You're just the last of the real ones. 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 You're just the last of. I'm here at the beginning of the.
I think the way Australians play
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Indianapolis as the Pacers go up against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, they're in a little bit of a skid now. There's no other way to put it. Whatever momentum they may have had early in the season has gone away here as we've reached the midway point. A lot riding on the shoulders of Miles Turner. We'll see him in action tonight. Shaq, do you think the young fella's ready to help carry this team?
You know, he's still developing physically, has a consistent motor, but his game is still a little uneven.
He's a new breed of center, though. He can block shots and space the floor. So potential impact player for sure.
Well put. And now we send you over to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Indiana Pacers will be looking to make a statement. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They'd like to change that now.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago. And it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Victor Oladipo trained with Dwayne Wade heading into last season. Now, Wade says, we talked about not knowing the path of your career. Don't put limitations on yourself. The result for Oladipo was an all-star appearance. Kevin?
He's definitely on an upward trajectory, DA. Thank you. Looking at the midseason numbers for international viewership, Doris, the league is really making an impression around the world.
I know soccer is maybe the biggest sport worldwide, but what has struck me over the last 5 to 10 years is how global a game basketball has become, and the fact that it's one of the fastest growing sports in the entire world. And make no mistake, to me, it's the league that has brought this ability to bring people together with incredible stars who fans can relate to. The one guy that comes to mind, obviously, Steph Curry.
Well said. The vision of the league, to me, is just incredible and unequal. Turner with the steal. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Mavericks, Smith and Matthews in the backcourt. Doncic and Barnes are the forward pair. And it's Jordan in at the center. So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. It's stolen by Oladipo and finished off by Oladipo.
Boy, Victor Oladipo gets a step and leaves no doubt. Look out below, gentlemen.
And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Mavericks. 4-point game. It's stolen by Oladipo. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
Really doesn't get any easier than that. The defense didn't look too interested in stopping him. No, he did not. Boy, big-time athleticism from Victor Oladipo, up and off the ground in a hurry.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
And Matthews gets it to go.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open, let me make the game easy for him.
Oladipo. Yes, that goes in. Oladipo's got 10.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, here's Doncic. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Matthews, no one around him. And it's Matthews again missing. Here's Oladipo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Wesley Matthews picks one up.
Well, Victor Oladipo is unafraid in the face of contact. That's a nice move.
Even though Oladipo didn't spend a lot of time on the Thunder, he does credit his time there, Doris, as a big factor in his development.
He points specifically at Russell Westbrook and the amount of work Westbrook puts into his game. So what did Oladipo do? He changed his frame and he changed his work habits, and that led to an incredible season last year.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, guys, you're starting to see Victor Oladipo put it all together, aren't you? From role player early on to legit star now. Wow.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. Can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense. And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm, and also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
There's the pass to Matthews. The Mavericks rebound, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league. And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
He was all alone on that one. Matthews has got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs. And here's Collison, who will bring it up for the Pacers, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And offensively, that night, it seemed like anytime they took one step forward, they'd end up taking 2 steps back.
It didn't seem, Greg, like they ever got any rhythm on the offensive end. They were in a hurry to get their shots off. Really difficult to win that way.
Here's Matthews. Plays it up and banks it in. Matthews has got 9 points.
You know, I like how he's getting involved in the offense. He's picking his spots and making his shot attempts count.
Goes up the baseline. Oladipo misses.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
To the middle. Here's Doncic. And he makes good on the layup. Doncic has got his first bucket of the night.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And the shot goes down.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Mavericks trail by 9. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Pacers. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Boy, they have come out strong. They've controlled the pace, asserted their will. Wow.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And you know what? They played well, but just not well enough. And close games really test where your team is at.
You know, Greg, that's a great point. They just didn't have enough to flip that last switch, and losses like that stick with you for some time.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even like the back. Had to get it on my own. I could really get it if I want. You can't even get it on the phone. You ain't even know. I be with you. I ain't gon' stop putting on. Run a whole mother slang. Yeah, bad on my game. Yeah, big bag with her. Dang. Yeah, you ain't really what you claim. Why you
And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. Second, the Pacers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
To the inside, here's Doncic. The Pacers pull it in. Oladipo with the ball. Now Smith defending. Bucket is good. 24 points for Victor Oladipo.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
Smith against Collison. And Collison with a clear path to the hoop. And finished off by Collison.
Well, a solid defender. You love seeing Collison take risks on the defensive end and come up with these steals.
Mavericks trail by 15. And finished off by Collison.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Jordan finds Smith. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Indiana.
I think when you talk about the Dallas Mavericks, it's not hard to think about the ownership. Driven, intelligent, committed, and the team has embodied those traits.
Dallas has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Doncic passes to Smith. And Smith gets double-teamed inside. And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist by Barnes. And that's 11 points for Wesley Matthews. And it's the Pacers with the ball. The lead is 15. And even though the Mavericks had a couple of bad years in a row, this franchise remains rock solid.
Well, think about they've had consistency from the top down. It's a pioneering organization that's always looking at the next innovation. And remember, they have a very strong fan base.
Doncic kicks to Barnes, to the inside, and the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Young. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
To the inside. And that one's good, Barnes.
That's just terrific job by Barnes. In full attack mode, dominating that area of the paint. Go to work, Harrison.
Oladipo. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 5 assists tonight. Mavericks trail by 17. Doncic kicks to Matthews. That one doesn't go. And Indiana will go the other way with it. And Oladipo, here we go. And he banks in the layup. Oladipo's got 32 points in the game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Smith. Buries it down low.
A nifty ball handler with some crafty moves. Smith Jr. knows how to create scoring opportunities for himself.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
You know, when you think of Darren Collison, I think of a smart point guard. Had 2 seasons playing understudy to Chris Paul in both New Orleans and L.A. Similar type of players who are very efficient and just gets the job done.
In now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for Young. McDermott comes in for Bogdanovich. Tyreek Evans is checked in for Oladipo. And it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Mike Powell comes in for Barnes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. And Harris subbed in for Dennis Smith. And with Collison, and Greg, how he plays, when he's off the floor, you notice.
I mean, things just don't seem to run as smoothly when he's not at the helm. Finds that balance between creating for himself and others, selective with his shots, and truly a complete guard, even if he doesn't do a lot of those flashy things.
One-on-one here. That's good from Joseph on the assist by Evans. And the Pacers lead by 19.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Joseph leading the charge. Shots good by Turner.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Passes it to Powell. To the paint. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Turner. Here's McDermott, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
On the wing, Harris. He's covered by Joseph. That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving it around. 6 to shoot. Harris passes to Finney-Smith. That's a 2 from Matthews. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Matthews has got 13.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
Here's Evans, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Dallas.
You got to respect the physicality of Evans. Excellent at drawing contact on his way up.
You know, everyone on the floor needs some level of playmaking skill, Doris. Who are your picks for bigs who can really share the ball, good passers among the big men?
Yeah, one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch is Nikola Jokic, because his vision, his desire to share the basketball, his ability to see not one action ahead, but sometimes 2 actions ahead, is really remarkable for a man of his size. You look at somebody like Draymond Green, who is absolutely critical to the success of the Golden State Warriors on the offensive end of the floor. He can take it off the window, he can dribble it in transition, and in full speed make decisions going second by second that are really, really impressive.
Thread passes, do such a great job with the ball. I agree with you. This Pacers team can be suffocating at times on the defensive end.
Well, it starts at the point of attack, because this is a group that loves to pester the ball handler. How about last year, those Pacers were second in the league in turnover percentage on defense.
Here's Turner. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I'll tell you, so polished and so confident this close to the cup. Miles Turner doing work.
To the paint, here's Joseph. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists in the game. Dallas has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Harris, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Boy, not nearly tough enough inside on the defensive end. They made that all too easy for him.
Here's Turner. Drains it from beyond the arc. Turner's got 7 points.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Miles Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding at spacing the floor.
Harris kicks to Powell. Pass to Matthews. Inside, Nowitzki takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Nowitzki's got his first 2 points of the night.
Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
Count it.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
The shot's good from Evans.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Dallas. Evans on the double team. Harris finds Matthews. The offensive rebound. Powell, that's good.
I'll tell you, Kevin, you have to love the intensity that Powell plays with on the glass, using that long body to track down those offensive boards.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Pacers have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki.
1 shot.
Free throw good. Tyreek Evans. It's not often that you can land a franchise player via trade, but that's what the Pacers were able to do with Victor Oladipo.
And now the question becomes for Indiana, how do you build around Victor Oladipo, right? The front office has done a great job the last few seasons collecting talent. They continue to add shooting on the perimeter to help space the floor, and now you're starting to see some inside scoring threats develop. This is an interesting organization.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And that's 18 points for Wesley Matthews.
Dominating this quarter. He's been absolutely fantastic shooting the ball, and they still trail.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Stolen by Evans. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Joseph leading the charge. Nice shot by McDermott.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. It's the Pacers opening up a huge gap. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Now in the later stages of his career, Dirk Nowitzki talked about how special he feels marching his way up the all-time scoring leaderboard.
Survival tactics.
Makes you reflect. You know, milestones always make you reflect on everything. I've been really blessed.
And it's clear, GA, that Dirk still enjoys playing the game and draining buckets in a variety of ways.
You can't deny his legacy. Arguably the best 7-foot shooter in the history of our game, which is why he's so high up on that leaderboard.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
I mean, so far that they're not settling for outside shots, really attacking the paint.
I think that's what you've got to do, right? If the looks on the interior are there, you have got to attack.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Dwight Powell. Matthews out there with Devin Harris. And it's Kleba in at the 5. And the Mavericks with possession here. Evans on the double team. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Sabonis. Averaging about 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
And here we go. Harris, nobody back. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, the Pacers have been a huge surprise since they traded away Paul George. Now, Coach Nate McMillan said, for us, it's about developing that culture and that identity, and we're still doing that. I think we're only starting to scratch the surface. Kevin?
No doubt, David, they've got some promising young players on that team. Thank you. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Indiana. Then for the Mavericks, Doncic is checked in for Matthews. And Smith subbed in for Harris. And Joseph kicks to Sabonis. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You take a look at the Warriors. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that number 1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, there's the Mavericks, just way behind.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
And with one eye already on the offseason, I would guess they start tinkering with lineups, different personnel combinations as this season wraps up. That way they can start forming a plan for the future.
Count it. 8 points for Joseph.
Now, Corey Joseph does not lack for confidence on the interior. Don't let the size fool you. The frame, the game, it's all there.
And here is Doncic. He's coming off a 25-point game against San Antonio.
Yeah, Kev, he was a standout on the backboards that night and got a number of big rebounds.
Evans got a hand on it.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
Indiana making some changes. Bogdanovich comes in for McDermott, and it's Collison in for Evans. And then for Dallas, Jordan, he's checked in for Powell, and it's Barnes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, here's Doncic. Defense is right there. Smith outside. Over in the corner, Barnes. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Well, when people talk about Harrison Barnes, Doris, everyone will tell you he's one of the most poised and thoughtful players in the league.
I think some of that was on display during his tenure with the Golden State Warriors. And with this present organization, they've basically said, we need you to be...
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And he doesn't always feel the need to get fancy on those dunks, but when Jordan does, he makes it something special, just like that one. I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Ball's knocked loose. And for three, Collison. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Well, quality defense doesn't necessarily impede the shooting eye of Darren Collison. How about the focus with the defender in his grill?
Down low. And Jordan slams it home.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Collison, 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Doncic kicks to Barnes. Here's Kleba, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, not just a finisher now. Barnes always willing to make the extra pass.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
For the Dallas Mavericks, it's been a rough couple years, but Doris, you get the sense that this lull is just temporary.
And the reason you think that's because when you combine great coaching with great management, you know you're going to make the right decision more often than not. So it's never easy to turn over an aging roster, but they hit big time on Dennis Smith Jr., and overall, I think the arrow is pointing up with this organization.
That free throw good from Collison.
And you can tell, to me, that Darren Collison's teammates respect him. This guy is such a solid floor general, and he'll embrace the opportunity to be a leader if you'll follow him.
And the pass to Kleba. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Doors are seeing a lot of movement on the offensive side of the ball, a lot of screening, a lot of movement, obviously, without the ball. Does that require more awareness, not only on the offensive side to make those moves, but also defensively?
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. One of the most important things you can do if you're an excellent defensive team is you start with communication. So as that action starts, the movement and the screening, are the teammates talking? Screen coming right, screen coming left. Do we want to trap the screen? Do we want to make sure the ball gets out of a certain player's hands? Communication in this day and age against motion offenses has got to be at the top of the list defensively.
Well said.
You think about the Indiana Pacers and some of the young pieces they have to build around. Victor Oladipo has proven to be a legit all-star. Miles Turner is brimming with potential, and Domantas Sabonis. These are all guys you can build around. I'm excited to watch the development of this organization.
So he gets them both. And Doris, when you talk about the young core of this Pacers team, you have to mention Paul George and the trade that sent him to Oklahoma City.
I'll tell you, this is an organization, Kevin, that took tremendous criticism in the face of that Paul George trade. But Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis have proven counter to the argument that they didn't get enough. These are 2 talented young players who this organization can build around.
Over in the corner, Barnes. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first foul of the game. Got a piece of it. Young with the steal.
This game is going to get even more out of hand.
Oh!
Yeah.
Goodness.
Wow, the remarkable speed of Victor Oladipo. Put it on the deck and get right to the cup.
And so here is Dallas. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Young with the steal. Here's Oladipo. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Doncic with it. 6 points for him. Nobody near Barnes. Off target from outside.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. He almost never get that wide open a look.
Bogdanovich with it. Now Smith defending. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
Now here's Collison, the fast break opportunity. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Pacers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas.
One shot.
That free throw good from Oladipo. The Mavericks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Over in the corner, Barnes. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
They grabbed their own miss, and that one drops for him.
This guy's a skilled interior scorer. There's height, there's great shot selection. Sabonis doing work right now.
Over in the corner, Barnes. It's good from long range.
Timeout.
Barnes has got 5.
Just 1 for 5 this quarter. You know he wants to help his team, but not sure if shooting is the way to do it.
And the Pacers call time here.
And now, let's hear it for your Pacers.
Chance to check out the numbers for Bogdanovich. How last month turned out for him, averaging 15 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
That's tipped. Stolen by Collison. And again, Indiana running the floor. Snatched up. And Jordan sends it back. Smith against Collison. Nowitzki, the pass to Doncic. Back to Nowitzki. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Always the size advantage. The great timing as well from Dirk Nowitzki.
Here's Oladipo. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Doncic kicks to Smith. From outside, off the mark. And here are the Pacers now. Baseline jumper. Good. Oladipo's got 43 points. And one thing Rick Carlisle is known for is his accountability.
Right, and that extends to himself as much as it does the players who play for him. Listen, if this guy makes the wrong play call, he is going to make sure you know about that. And I think that's an approach you see from the top down in this organization. He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Doncic kicks to Smith. Passes it to Barnes. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And it's 8 points for Barnes.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great. Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Here's Doncic. He has 6. Pass to Nowitzki. There's the triple. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And the Pacers with possession here. Here's Collison. Here's Sabonis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Smith dishes to Jordan. Here's Doncic. Rejected by Young.
Well, terrific reach on the block. Thaddeus Young stretches out well for a big-time rejection. I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Here's Doncic. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
And it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Collison. Collison's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Dallas shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Evans comes in for Darren Collison. Matthews, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Harris comes in for Smith. And here's Indiana. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. And here's Matthews for the 3. Goes back up. And Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got 6 in the quarter.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. The Pacers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Oladipo.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
McDermott's checked in for Thaddeus Young. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell comes in for Jordan. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Harrison Barnes. Oladipo hits them both. Mavericks shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. And here's Matthews for the 3. And it's Matthews again missing. And Oladipo, here we go. Good, he hits again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And the Mavericks with possession. Harris outside. Pass to Finney-Smith. And there's the pass to Nowitzki. 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says thank you very much. Wide open look at 3, as easy as that.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
The Mavericks shooting it quite well. 52% from the field in the second quarter. Passes to Finney-Smith. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. No good on the triple.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Oladipo misses. So it's the Mavericks now. Here's Matthews. Plenty of space. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got 6 rebounds in the game.
You know, scoreless this quarter, and it's not helping them battle back.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
It's Matthews on the wing. Back to Harris. Over in the corner, Matthews. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Indiana ball.
The Pacers making a switch here. Joseph's checked in.
Joseph.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Here's Evans. A beautiful reverse layup. Evans has got 18 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Harris. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Nowitzki. Goes up the baseline. Can't hit that one. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Pacers out in front, delivering the blowout. And we'll be back right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Victor Oladipo putting in some incredible work. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying a ridiculous number of points and also 3 steals. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, they built this lead in large part because of the sharpshooters off the bench. The subs played a superb game. Get it? Sub, superb. Oh, I'm rolling tonight. I mean, they played like starters.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. Ugh, you hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. Ugh, you got to check your gut, Ernie. Ugh, gut check time, Ernie.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we return to Indianapolis, Indiana, with a look at all the activity taking place in this terrific downtown. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Filling out the wings, it's Oladipo and Bogdanovic. Down low, it's Young and Turner. And it's Collison at the point guard position. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half. The Mavericks shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Pass to Doncic. All alone. Misses off the left iron.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And they're just dominating on both ends, and it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends. See, I love the way Miles Turner plays on both ends of the floor. I know his numbers don't necessarily jump out of the page for you. This guy is so disruptive, though, guarding the paint for his team. Boy, this guy has had a major impact on this game. The scoring he has done has propelled them to this lead.
Here's Doncic. No good off the back of the rim.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And for Turner, he has shown he is one of the better shot blockers in the NBA.
Well, Kev, he's got incredible wingspan that seems to let him get to everything. He's got incredible timing when drivers are coming into the paint. I think the more minutes this guy gets, the more of a chance he has to lead the league in blocks.
Smith finds Barnes. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been phenomenal. Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
Collison, the pass to Bogdanovic. Over Doncic. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. From 18 feet away, it's good. At that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Shot's good by Turner.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Doncic kicks to Matthews. Pass to Barnes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Barnes has got 10 points.
That's just length and determination by Barnes, helping him convert in traffic.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Yep, that one goes. And that's 12 points for Luka Doncic.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Boy, that's an example of really quick feet by Victor Oladipo. He's just so good at getting into the lane to pick up these fouls.
The Pacers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
He's off on the first. Good on the second free throw. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now, here's Doncic. He's covered by Collison. Matthews, no good.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Turner's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Oladipo for 3. Kept alive by Indiana. Young. Good D by Barnes.
Well, the defense harassing him every step of the way makes that a really tough look.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
And for 3, Collison. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the middle. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Smith. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Collison for 3. They get it back, and Young kicks to Collison. That doesn't go either for Collison. Now the pass to Barnes. Down low. And here's Smith. And the shot no good, a bit short.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And once again off the mark by Indiana. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Matthews, no good.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Oladipo, good.
Now, this is where Victor Oladipo has developed himself into an all-around threat. Doesn't matter where he is on the floor, he's dangerous.
And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Evans comes in for Oladipo. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. So it's the Mavericks now. Shoots a fader, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Kleber's got 8.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
From deep, Evans. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
It is such a treat to have a point guard like Collison. He is so effective orchestrating this offense. Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive.
Now, great look on that, just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now.
Out to Smith from the arc. Good on the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
How about the intensity of Bogdanovic? A superb dunk off the drive.
Now Smith. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Barnes. There's the triple. Evans with the rebound. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Inside. Here's Smith. Jordan. It's rebounded by Indiana. On the wing, Turner, guarded by Jordan. Got that one up quick. 15 points for Miles Turner.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Sweet little floater.
You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Dallas has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. The 3 from Barnes. It's rebounded by Indiana. Sabonis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Baseline J on the way, and it's Evans missing. Dallas shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Here's Doncic. That shot no good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Bogdanovic. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Bogdanovic has got 8 points.
Wow, how about that feathery touch from Bogdanovic? You just can't let this guy get loose from the mid-range.
And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Technical foul.
You know, Bogdanovic, a guy who has moved around a little bit the last few seasons, but you wonder, has he found a home with Indiana? This guy steps right into the wing, gives them great production from the 3.
One shot.
That's good from Barnes. Doors for Bogdanovic. Perhaps the biggest help he provided was his improved defense.
Well, let's remember this about Bogdanovic. Early in his career, it kept him off the floor. And he flat decided, I want to be in the lineup when it's closing time, and made a real commitment to being better defensively.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Doug McDermott comes in for Bogdanovic. And it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. And the Pacers call time here.
I'm the people's champ. My chain light up like a lamp, cause now I'm back with the camp. I'm probably similar to an ant, cause I'm low to the earth. People's feelings get hurt when they figure out what I'm worth. I got foes poking out at the club, I'm showing out. I'm a player, ain't no doubt. Wanna know what I'm about? Biggest diamonds off in my mouth, princess cuts all in my chain. Grain all in my range, dripping stains when I switch lanes. Switch the name, it's still the same. Switch a house or switch a blast. Jones, he won in the game, magnificent by this cash. Michael Watts, he made me hot. Hard work took me to the top. G-Dash took me to the lot, and he wrote a check and bought a drop. I got the internet going nuts, but T-Ferris got
Mavericks making a switch here. Nowitzki's checked in. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You take a look at the Raptors, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, the Pacers, 3 spots below.
And right now for the Pacers, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Here's Turner. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Mavericks shooting 42% from the field here in the third. And the call will be against Sabonis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
So it's the Mavericks now. On the wing, Harris. 5 points in the game. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly from outside off the mark. Turner inside. Harris is there. Shot's good by Turner.
Boy, it's really special watching Miles Turner put it all together on the offensive end. He's doing work right now.
To the middle, here's Finney Smith. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got 6 assists here tonight. Pass to Turner. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
And the dunk by Powell.
Yes. Outstanding timing from Powell. Rises up for the forceful alley-oop.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. The Pacers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
One shot. One shot.
That one misses for Evans. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting an efficient 53% from the field. And it's Harris off the drive, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Indiana. The Mavericks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Harris drops them both. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
And it's Evans missing. The Mavericks shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. To the inside, Doncic. Pass to Finney Smith. Another shot. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. They get it again. Nice shot by McDermott. McDermott's got 4 points in the quarter.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And Indiana shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
1:37 left to play in the third. Harris dishes to Doncic. Nowitzki, and the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Doncic passes to Harris. Another 3 for Dallas.
And you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Luka Doncic. The Pacers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Evans. 2 shots.
first one falls for. And some changes here for the Pacers. Anabogu's checked in for Miles Turner. Young is subbed in for Domantas Sabonis. And both free throws good for Evans. There's a minute left in the third quarter. Doncic kicks to Harris. There's the pass to Doncic. The three. And there's Devin Harris on the assist by Doncic. Harris has got a pair of threes now here in the third for Dallas. Evans goes in. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now here's Doncic. 14 points for him. 14 feet away. Shoots a three. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. McDermott can't get it to go. The Mavericks shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Harris kicks to Doncic. Rebounded by Anabogu. Here's McDermott. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Boy, you call that a perfect closeout. You love the aggressiveness on the offensive end leading to that final shot.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Indiana out in front, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Hey, what we got to do here is we got to execute offensively, set solid screens, and be patient if you get the switch. Okay, be patient if you get the switch.
Well, the message there, practicing patience out there, doesn't want them to be in a rush at all.
And why should they? Right now, it's all about making the right play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Powell is out there with measuring. Then it's Devin Harris, and it's Brunson in at the 1 spot.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
Fires from deep. That shot off. And here's Indiana. Here's Anabogu. And he uses the glass on the layup. Anabogu's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Indiana.
I'll tell you, terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
When it comes to building confidence, Doris, some people say playing one-on-ones in practice is a huge help. Is that something that you did when you were playing at Providence?
Kevin, I believe this could be the single greatest development tool for any individual player. If you start at the free throw line and play one-on-one against a player who's maybe slightly above your level or certainly at your level, and you limit that one-on-one from the free throw line to 2 dribbles or less, your skill set, I promise you, is going to develop. The other thing I would encourage young players to do is play 3-on-3 because it forces you to move and to cut and to screen and how to do those things properly if you're going to be effective. I love 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. It always helps you when you go back to the 5-on-5.
That's such great advice. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. Chalk up 2 there. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Stolen by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court and stolen by Harris. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And he makes the first. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Indoors last summer, we saw the inaugural season of the NBA 2K League. Over half the league's franchises fielding teams. And it looks to be the start of something very special and very unique.
No doubt, Kevin. And the NBA has always been an organization at the forefront of embracing technology. And the reality is there is a huge market for this. The younger generation gets just as excited with how their virtual home team is doing in the standings. Big things on the horizon for the NBA 2K League, and you better not square up against me, Kev. You got no shot.
Okay. I've recorded that comment. Shoots from the baseline. Shot by Joseph. No good.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Harris's shot is off.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Shot's good by Leaf.
Well, Corey Joseph, it's important that he continue to seek out his teammates and put it on point when they're open.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Brunson. Out to the right wing. Kleber knocks down the three ball.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Dallas has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Powered down with both hands.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Here's Leaf. Buries it down low.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
Here's Brunson. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least 2 passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders, to me, to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender and usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed.
Dallas, no good that time either.
This has been absolutely brutal. Missed every shot this quarter. He needs to keep his head up and keep working. Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
Harris outside. Down low, broke off. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Timeout.
Harris has got his 8th assist here tonight.
I know how popular threes are in the NBA, but boy, you can't do better than those quality looks in the paint.
And the Pacers call time here.
Evidence, say my name as a self-defense. Catch me on stage, be real. It's famous. We got they call themselves Band-Aid. Keep the feelings painless. Nothing to lose. Game this year. Out of control. Cause me 6 years. Flow from my peeps and peers. You know we taking live on stage to new levels this year. Not here to chase fans. I'm here to rock the people. Feel my band. Connect dots across the land. And now
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Dallas.
Harrison Barnes.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And here is Harris. To the paint. Here's Kleba. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
Here's Joseph. Again, Indiana.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Brokoff. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Here's Leaf. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Kleba, no good.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
Shot by Joseph, no good.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Indiana. Anabogu's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there, and instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Indiana making some changes. Sabonis comes in for Leaf, and it's Victor Oladipo in for Joseph. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. Harris outside. Brokoff. And the three off target.
He needs to stop shooting the ball right now. This is hurting his team.
Anabogu. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Barnes for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Boy, McDermott is so good playing within the confines of the offense. Terrific spreading the basketball around the floor.
Dallas shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. To the middle. Here's Kleba. The Pacers pull it in. Sabonis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. From about 19 feet, McDermott can't get it to go. And the Mavericks with possession. Barnes can't get it to go.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Harris with it. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Anabogu.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
Brokoff. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Pacers ball.
And Oladipo kicks to Anibogu. Offensive rebound. Sabonis lays it up off the glass.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
You know, I think he senses a team on the ropes and he's looking to put them away. That killer instinct is shining through once again.
The 3 from Barnes. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Harris. You look at the state of the game, international leagues getting better and better, Doris. There's no doubt about it. We see it at Olympic times and during FIBA play in between. We see a lot of NBA players who have spent time abroad, and I think they come back better.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kevin. I think wherever you can hone your craft and do it in a competitive environment where winning and losing is at stake on a nightly basis, it has so many opportunities for learning and growth. So, okay, I can't turn it over 5 times in a competitive environment, regardless of what league I'm playing in, because that's to the detriment of my team. If I'm lazy on the defensive end, I'm going to get exposed by good offensive players. To me, Kev, I love any time there's competitive basketball being played. I want to watch it.
Love that answer. And he makes the first.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And so he makes both from the line.
A really solid free throw shooter. The team would like to see Barnes get to that line more often.
Here's Oladipo. That shot off the mark. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Brokoff. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
I'll tell you, what an effort on the glass. Even with this lead, they're still going all out.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Again, what an avalanche!
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. Now Harris. Over in the corner, Barnes. No good on the 3. Pacers shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Offensive rebound, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pacers.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Victor Oladipo.
Boy, with all the work he did at the offensive end, it seemed to me to take a toll on the defenders. They could neither match his energy nor his intensity.
There's the triple. Drills the 3-pointer.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the 4th, strictly from the perimeter.
Well, they've got the green light to pull the trigger from 3, and I'll tell you, they've put it to good use here.
Up by double digits, little time remaining, way to defend your house.
Well, this is what you call taking care of your business, showing dominance on their home floor. What an excellent effort.
Here's Barnes. The shot off that time, and Indiana will go the other way with it. On its way from McDermott for 2, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday with the 3, but they'll get another chance.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game. He doesn't let that possession go to waste, Kev. He's going to feed on those second chance opportunities. Boy, that's pretty work.
Launches a 3. And Oladipo pulls it down. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. What do you think, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
You know, I think it's an opportunity just for the coach to see some execution. Finish this thing out the right way.
Present our Jordan Player of the Game, Victor Oladipo.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. From deep three-point range, that shot off. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Victor, you guys have been pushing the tempo, looking to get out and run, and it's working. Has that been a focus of late?
We figured out that we got to play fast and we got to play high tempo no matter what happens, and we got to stay together. So we got to just continue to keep working.
Well, you certainly hit them first tonight, Victor. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.